Hey there, folks. I think we are good to go. Let me get everything switched over and loaded up. We're jumping into something new today with R-Type Final 2. Alright, looks like we have video and audio. Let me see if I could drop background music down just a little. This is just the menu music, so it probably won't be too loud. We'll test it once I actually start going into the game and doing stuff, and if I need to tweak it, I can. Hey, Red Dragon's here. What's up, Red Dragon? How you doing today? Hope your Sunday, late Sunday, is going well. What are we doing? What are we looking at here? I don't know or don't remember if I've talked about the R-Type series at all in content here. Well, maybe I should explain a little bit about where this series comes from for those who don't know it. But I forgot this one was on my list to check out. I had bought it during one of the Steam sales last year and put it in my library, but forgot that I had it queued up for potential content to show off. And so when I was looking for something to start up today, I remembered that I have this one. There's some other stuff that I wanted to look at too. I know I was talking to Red Dragon about an indie beat 'em up that will be showing up here eventually. Dragon says, how are you doing? Oh, I'm doing good, man. It's Sunday. Not looking forward to going back to work tomorrow, but get to check out a new game today with all of you folks, so that's good. But to explain a little bit, and we'll see it once the game starts up. I was getting everything configured before we went live today. R-Type is a scrolling shooter, or shmup, that's series has been around for a long time. Series goes back to the SNES era. I think the first home console one was there. It was an arcade game as well. It's been around a long time. I've played a bunch of them. But the first iteration of R-Type Final was on PS2. And it's one of my favorite games of all time. I'd say for the PS2 library specifically, probably top 5. And no one thought they were ever going to make a new one of these. And then several years ago, I think it was Granzella, in probably conjunction with IREM, who made the original series, crowdfunded a sequel. And it has had some content and DLC stuff kind of build out what was originally launched. And I kind of forgot about it. And then when there's a big sale, I just happened to go looking around and realized I could pick up pretty much all the content for considerably less. It was on sale for a good price. And so I think we'll jump in. I've never played this game before. I just installed it. I know a little bit about it because I played the first one and kind of how it's set up, works, and everything else. But we'll jump right in and then take a look around and probably die a lot. These games are not easy. So that said, we'll start and see where they send us. And also test things like sound. Okay, so we have the hangar. One of the things that's neat about the R-Type Final series, these are what the ships look like, and we'll see them in action when we go take them out onto the missions. You have these different starships, but they all have their own weapon loadouts. And as you go, I believe you can customize them. You could in the older games. But one of the big gimmicks to the R-Type Final series that's a lot of fun is there's a million ships to unlock, and they all play differently. And you basically build this giant fleet. And this is kind of like the quick registry. The actual hangar itself is the R Museum, which probably won't have anything in it now. But this is where the roster of all the ships you unlock are populated. Let's see, how do I zoom out? It's giving me keyboard. Keyboard commands. Okay, that's as far out as we can zoom. All of this area eventually is populated as you unlock different ships in the game. And you get to kind of look at them and see what their different details are. Look at the model and everything. Red Dragon says, this does look very familiar. Yeah, the game's been out for a handful of years. But I forgot about it. One thing that might be apparent, maybe not. If you folks remember back to last year when I released the third BGM collection, the album art was a bunch of ships. Like a top-down view of a bunch of B-themed ships in a hangar. There was like 25 of them or something like that. And I drew a bunch of them on stream and kind of talked about it a bit. That was directly inspired by this game, or the series. Not this game, the one before it. We have a hangar full of different starships. And so it'll be interesting. I don't know how long I'm going to spend streaming this. We'll see how today goes. I would like to beat the game. Again, it's pretty hard. But I also want to unlock a lot of stuff so we can take a look at all the different things in the game as well. So we'll have to see. Oh, okay. So we can register different things from the museum here. I wonder if it makes us manually select them. Because we have more than 3. Look like we have Arrowhead, Shooting Star. This is Andromalius. I saw one way in the corner. The Mariko. I guess we hit O. There we go. Where that gives me keyboard commands. I don't think it's mapped to PS controls. That's probably why. We'll start with the Arrowhead. This is kind of like the basic mascot type ship for the series. The way the unlock system worked in the past was you take the different models out on missions, and by completing missions and doing things, you unlock branching paths into other models and more advanced versions. It was kind of like a tech tree, but with ships. Oh, you can customize. Alright. Can change color. Don't worry too much about this for now. Maybe I'll do that later. We can customize our missiles. Homing missiles. Or depth bomb. Let's stick with homing missiles. Bits are these things that you can get that orbit around your ship and act sort of like options from other games. Like drones that fly around that help you save around bit. Alright. Okay, these are... I don't know how the course system works. These are things that were added later, I believe. We'll stick with the main course for now and see. And difficulty. I go normal. I'm sure I'll die enough on normal. Oh, interesting. There's actual stuff to interface with. I don't think there's background music. I can't hear it. It might be really low. Oh, there you go.
Glad to see you.
And there's voice lines.
Now you are about to go into the start sequence.
Ah, there goes the music.
The start sequence has been completed. Are you ready to take off?
I get a choice.
Good luck.
Okay, system sounds seem to be decently high. Music might actually be a little low. Put it here. Let me know if I need to drop it and if it's tough to hear me. These games usually have fun, kind of like techno-ish electronic soundtracks. I'm going to turn the sound effects down a bit. See if that works. We don't want the explosions to be deafening. Alright. So, pretty standard old school shoot 'em up fare. We're moving from left to right. We have regular bullet shots. If we hold down the fire button, our wave cannon will actually charge up more powerful bursts that can take out enemies and do damage to bosses and other things that we want to hit. One of the unique gimmicks for R-Type is the Force. This thing that's flying around on the front of my ship with little twin guns. That thing can absorb enemy fire, and it upgrades as we get more power-ups. But most interestingly, you can shoot it off the front of your ship, and it'll fly around on its own, and it has its own fire pattern. And you can pull it back, and you can put it on the rear of your ship to cover your behind. And I think it's got 2 or 3 levels of upgrade. We'll see. Now it's got some kind of fins on it, which upgrades the power of its shot as well. There we go. And a good portion of the gameplay involves manipulating the Force, the optimal situations. Try not to die, because this is the type of game where you get hit once, you're dead. I think if you run into the walls or the ceiling, in old games, it would insta-kill you. So we need to be careful. It looks like our wave cannon has 2 levels of charge. Awesome. The Force also does contact damage when it hits something. So if you can find a weak point and deploy it in there, a lot of times it'll fly around and do constant damage over time. The Dragon says, this does look like a game I played years ago. Yeah, the series has been around for a long time. And I was really surprised to hear that they'd crowdfunded a new one. I think they're developing an R-Type Final 3. It's either that or more DLC for this one. It's definitely something I want to keep an eye on. Now we're in some sort of plant-based jungle area. Each of the different colored power-ups have a different type of laser projectile that your force gets. The yellow one basically tracks on floor and ceiling. The blue one is a reflecting laser. The red one is usually a straightforward laser shot. But if you deploy the force, you don't get that powered up shot. That's kind of the trade-off to having that thing moving around in front of you. I remember those enemies. Those were in the first one. Uh-oh. Death number 1. Oh, good. Checkpoint's right there. This is a rough spot to be in. Low weapon power. Aw. I think there's limited continues. In the old game, you could unlock free play for a while. Aw, I thought I could squeak underneath it. Restarting from checkpoints with no power-ups is a little bit rough, but usually we would get... First power-up we get the force back, and then after that it improves itself again. The Dragon says, there is R-Type Final 3 Evolved on PlayStation. Oh, that's what I saw. They haven't ported it yet. So I'm sure at some point it's going to be ported over to PC. So probably by the time I finish playing through this one, unlocking everything, hopefully they release the third one and its content on PC. So we're continuing. Let's stick with the arrowhead. Maybe we can switch things up. This one has the standard force, defensive force, rodless force, OF force. So each ship has a different main force type for the most part. Oh man, it's gonna start me here. Might need to just go all the way under. Just get around that. Unless I can one-shot it. That's definitely not going to help. Okay, I think unless I get charged level 2, I'm not going to be able to kill that. I think I just need to get on the other side before I take a hit. So 2 continues. Let's try another one. This is Shooting Star Defensive Force, if we can get it. Oh, there's rapid fire. Ah. The weapon spread should be a little bit different for defensive force and last long enough to test it. Also didn't realize I could kill the bullets. Straightforward. Straightforward laser cannon. You guys are going to see me die a lot. It's been a while since I played scrolling shooter games. I used to play a lot of them back in the day. And while I do like them, they are difficult. Whoops. Well, at least if we start back at the beginning, we should be able to get through the first main stage with a better loadout. Larger projectiles we cannot destroy. I think anything orange can be absorbed by our force when we have it. I also need to remember where the hitbox is on the ship model. I think it's right around the cockpit, in kind of the middle of the body. But each ship model is different, so its hit zones are slightly different too. Not that it really matters here as being in a game, but... Oh, man. I guess I could have put it on the back for that. You can't fire your wave cannon backwards, though. I don't know if that would have really made a difference, but we'll start from the beginning. We'll take that second one so we can actually see what its loadout looks like. There we go.
Good luck.
Okay, starting with the blue laser. The red laser for this one is a forward-firing dual-shot pattern. I think on the last ship we were using, it was more of a ring. And this has straight downwards firing bombs or missiles. I think I like the homing ones better. Yep, that goes straight through my force. These waves. Ooh. I'll be pausing so I can read chat. Otherwise, I'm just gonna get murdered. This is your first time chat from Gear Joe. Gear Joe says that's the Morning Star, right? Mostly sure most of its weapons are on the defensive type since it's an artillery fighter. Yes, this is the Morning Star. We're trying out the arrowhead first, and I've not made it far enough to unlock the actual upgraded force. I keep dying, but it definitely does seem more defensive. I take it you played this game before, Gear Joe. This is my first time running through R-Type Final. At least the second one. Aw. Yeah, speed up is on the shoulder and trigger. We can change our fighter's move speed, but I'm going to probably go a little slower so I don't erratically run into the walls. I was telling chat that I played the first iteration of R-Type Final back when it came out in PS2, and I hadn't had a chance to check out the second one, so we're doing that here. It means lots of death. I haven't even gotten to use Ghosts yet. I have no idea which button on my control layout is going to do that. I'll figure it out. Okay, looks like this wave cannon is prolonged shots instead of one big single burst. It stays out there for a bit. Yeah, Red Dragon says an expert. Teacher Senpai. And Gearjo's right. Forces can stop small bullets and enemies, but anything bigger goes through. Yep. Part of the challenge will be figuring out when we want to switch its position, either on the front or on the back. Blue laser shot type is that dual pattern diagonal shot instead of the one we had on the arrowhead. Ooh. Oh, it's not dead. Okay, is this max level on the force? Oh, let's find out. Yeah, looks like it. Who would? Alright, Dean. Oh, it fires up and down. Ah. That doesn't help. I don't know if I like the defensive force. I like the forward shot pattern with the vertical. Here Joe says, if you want a fighter that's like this but with a longer lasting wave gun, try unlocking Grace Note series of fighters, variant in Morningstar series. Okay. I think, thinking back to R-Type Final 1, back when I played it, my favorite force type was the one that would clamp onto the enemy, and after a while it would go into like a berserk state and fly around chomping things. I don't remember if it splits off the Andromalius line. It's been a very, very long time since I played that game. But I'm going to try that one next. But let's see if we can make it a little bit further. This is where we died before. Better firepower. We can test out the yellow shot type. Oh, that one that goes forward and shoots up and down. Okay, so the Claw series or Hades series. Let's see when we get there. Let's tell in chat how one of the things I like about the R-Type Final series is just unlocking the sheer number of different fighters and figuring out which combination of loadouts is the most fun. Ooh, well, almost clipped me. Shot type seems to look a little bit better here. Just see if we can avoid swapping the blue. Wow, it's definitely lower power though. Oh, I got clipped by the leaves. Okay, let's switch up. Oh, 10 credits now. Your Joe says, for really busted fire, the Happy Days thing is not the most busted by the fact that the Ragnarok series exists, or the R99 and its super customization exists. I remember the endgame stuff being really, really strong, but you got to go and unlock a lot of the series. Let's try Andromalius next. Hopefully I'm not at a really bad spot to test out a new fighter. That's what killed me last time. Maybe I shouldn't stay right next to it where its leaves collapse, because I don't think I can kill those things in one shot. But this one's wave cannon. This is a concussion one, right? Yeah. Has kind of like an area effect burst. I'm gonna assume 2 levels of charge in the wave cannon. They changed the unlock system in this game from the old ones, where I remember the old PS2 version. A lot of times you have like a time-based requirement where you have to take ship A out for X amount of time, and then it unlocks the next one in the series. I didn't really like that before. You could game it on one of the levels and basically just have your game idle until the requirement was met, but a little bit annoying. Move through. Oh, I thought for sure my hitbox would get through there. Time-based and material grinding. You can't just idle. I'm okay with material grinding. That doesn't bother me so much, but I guess we'll see. Let's stick with Andromalius again. Didn't even get it fully upgraded. But we had a checkpoint, so that's good. Boss? Mini boss? The boss. Oh, this one has a little tractor beam shot. Oh, no. This force type kind of flies around shooting things randomly. I remember that being decent, especially when it's powered up. The version I have is not powered up at the moment. Okay, there's the weak points. Yep. Oh, and the tentacle things come back too. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, did it come up right under me? Let's see what hit me. Okay, well. Made it to the boss. I have to go in with a barely upgraded force, though. That kind of sucks. Did they add the multi-branching mission pattern structure they had in the old one? Or depending on your choices, the missions changed. That was pretty cool. That's what killed me last time, but on the bottom. I might have to stand right in front of the gates then. Oh, maybe not right in front of the gates. There's got to be a dead zone. Oh, I just now realize it's dropping seeds that spawn those, so I can actually see where they come out. Alright. Gotta figure that out eventually. Let's see if we can get a direct hit. Ooh boy, that could have been bad. Oh, that's nice. There you go. Interesting. It's like a vertical shot. All right. It was not really that tough of a boss, but we beat it. Oh, I wonder if those different colored materials, those are the crafting things that Gear Joe was talking about. So we'll find out. Oh, whoops. All right, let's try the fourth ship. This is the Mariko. And this one's red. And this one has more of a projectile-based wave cannon. Okay. Oh, this is kind of similar to one of the stages in the first R-Type final. You've got like a big enemy carrier ship that you're flying around. Right at me. And the shots. Oh, must have been one of those. Yep, I think it's the green shots that I keep missing. Right when you get used to looking out for the orange shots that you can destroy, start getting smacked by all of the green shots that go through your defenses. Oh, okay. Thought I'd test it right there. I can run into the walls and ceilings without dying. It's just the bullets. Lots and lots of bullets. Let's stick with this one. Actually see what its loadout looks like. Ooh. Ah. Surprised it didn't kill me. Lots of shots. Okay, this one's blue laser shot. More of a kind of spread pattern. Uh-oh, where's that coming from? Background? Background. What does this one do when it flies around? Has kind of a wide-reaching spread pattern. That's not bad, but probably would have been better served to keep the force on my ship for protection. I like the effects of the enemy squadrons kind of flying in from outside the camera. 3D. Whew. This was got greedy. All right, we'll take this one out one more time. Loadout seems decent. Whoops. I hit from the top. Alright. Alright, let's pretend that one didn't happen. second to last tier. Aw. Yeah, I don't know. That spread pattern seems interesting, but it doesn't seem concentrated. Alright. I wonder if we can craft anything new. I haven't created an album. Yeah, that's probably like a collection. Oh, we can't do it from within mission? Okay. No, we'll see when Run continues. That will happen soon. We'll go see at the museum if we either unlock something or if we can make anything new. Oh, I think it was the cannon direct underneath that went through my force. The ability to deploy and recall the force is an actual button input. Pushing it shoots it straight out ahead of you, and it'll just fly around to either run up to it or call it back with the same button. Man. You can go a little faster too. Now that I know I can't just run into walls and have that kill me, we'll go a little bit faster, ship speed. Let's see if that helps. Oh, does it default to level 2 every time? Huh. Here's level 4. Level 4 is pretty fast. Oh, it's actually slow down, so it's 5. Yeah, it looks like it defaults to level 2 speed. Huh. Have to re-speed up every time I die. Guess that's my penalty. I think I've died there almost every single time. Or there. Okay, I think I need to have that thing on the back for that section, not just try and weave. Let's see. Of the 4 we've used, Andromalius wasn't bad. I didn't really like the defensive force here. Alright, we'll switch to this one. That concussive wave cannon's a little bit weird, though. It's a pretty big sphere of damage, but it kind of shoots out ahead. It's a little bit weird to aim. Ooh boy, that's not what I wanted. Alright, let's see this works a little bit better. It would have been okay. That upwards shot and downwards firing laser seems not the most ideal here. Okay. So get stuck. Got stuck on that cannon. Okay, next game over, we might switch back to the Mariko. Oh, a full dose. I don't know what button triggers that, though. So I'm going to have to figure it out. Because I'll do it once I get in that lower part, trying to nuke everything on screen at once. There it is. Triangle. So dose is like a screen clearing bomb. And each ship has its own type. From what I remember, they don't all behave the same way unless it's just uniform in this game. Ah, point blank. Okay. should be our last credit. We'll go back to the main. Oh no, we got one more. All right, before we do that, I'm going to go fry some chicken real quick. We'll leave everything sitting right here, and I'm back in 1 minute. All right, let us resume. I don't think I hit a checkpoint, but we'll see. Oop. Have we seen this thing fully powered up yet? I can't remember. Don't think so. Oh. Too busy looking at the cannon underneath the turrets. And I got shot by the big cannon. Can't do anything about that. Oh, I like how the little claws flip around when you switch positions. It's a nice animation detail on the model. Wanted that on the back. Try to use the autonomous fire mode and see if that helps. Just need to be really careful since I have no shielding. Yeah, that seemed to work alright. We'll just kind of path around. It doesn't seek, but it sort of flies around and shoots randomly, which can be pretty useful, especially if it's getting at targets that I'm not near. What are those? Are those crafting materials? That's what that looks like. Ooh. Oh, we have. Is that the boss? This is very similar to boss in our type final one. I don't trust it. Get shots on the weak point when it pops out. And not back into the waves as they come in from the side. Oh, could have beaten that. Shot. Pilot suits. Oh, so these are points earned in game. Oh, and decals. That's kind of cool. Machine. Oh, these are decals for our fighters themselves. Gear for pilot. I think we have an actual physical avatar we can look at. It doesn't really interact with the game. But that's cool. And these must be the materials we need. There's red, green, blue. And these are specific ones? We have 381,000 R dollars. Okay, before we buy anything, let's go see if we can figure out how to actually unlock stuff. Ah, okay. So this tells us we need Selenium, Ethereum, and Bitogen. But we're essentially crafting the next fighter either in the series or starting the next series. Okay, that's different. Before, there was no materials that you get. Oh, this one requires a password? Eh. Okay, can't do that yet. So the shooting star branches off into two different types. This one we can just craft outright. A lot of these are cheap. So I guess we just unlock them. I remember Midnight High. This one has a radar force, I think. Recon wave cannon. Has like a scope reticule on it. Camera force. Interesting. And then it has 2 branches. How much does this cost? To clear stage 3 in order to unlock this one. So we have stage unlock requirements and then crafting unlock requirements. Okay. Let's see. So far, I think Arrowhead might be my preferred base ship to take. Delta. Diffusion wave cannon. So this one's like a spread pattern. Charge up to 2 loops, though. That's nice. Standard force. So this is the same. I think this loadout would have probably been better for that stage we were on, stage 3. Okay. And this one branches into 3 more. But we need a password. This one is Warhead. Armor piercing capacity and rod destructive power, huh? 2 loot. Oh, it's an improved diffusion wave cannon. It's a bigger spread? Oop. Alright, hit the mic. So this one... Huh. The red one shoots in front. The blue one goes up and down. The other one also goes up and down. Oh, slightly different. Huh. Okay. Stage 4. Okay, now we're getting a little expensive. The R9K. Sunday Strike. Hey, I got a follow from Erster Von Elf. Hey, thanks for the follow. I hope you enjoy your stay amongst the Space Bees. We are checking out R-Type Final 2 today and unlocking some ships before we go back in and I die repeatedly. Alright, so this one's got... It's the same improved diffusion cannon. Shotgun laser, spread laser, anti-ground. That's interesting. Okay. Have to try all these. To clear 7.1. 350 of each crafting resource. Okay, getting more pricey. Now Midnight Eye is Morning Star. Photon belt wave cannon. It's like a straight focus beam. Defensive force. Okay. R9DH. Grace Note. Oh, this is the one that Gear Joe mentioned. Grace Note. Steady photon belt. 2 loot max. Same force type. Oh, we get the branching path right away? Alright. Hot Conductor. I remember this one. I remember what it does, but I remember the name. 3 loop max wave cannon. Steady photon belt. Defensive force again. 3 loop max is interesting. It's a lot of firepower. R9DV. Tears Shower. Useful in engaging small targets. Photon Vulcan. Oh, this is the one that has like a Gatling spread pattern when it shoots. And Defensive Force DX, so that's new. Alright, these get pretty spendy. Let's see how many we can unlock. I've got a lot of the materials. Concert Master. Longest discharge time. Photon Belt 3. 4 loop max. So that probably stays out there for a really long time. Regular defensive force. Okay. Northern Lights. Same Vulcan. 3 loop Vulcan. Okay. Defensive force. So this one splits into 2. We need to clear 6.2. Alright. Well, we've unlocked a whole bunch of new fighters now. Huh, alright. We'll jump back in and test some of these out. Try and beat level 3. Oh, I should probably check out that album feature so I can start loading things in. That's fine. I wonder if I can do it directly from the museum. Let's figure that out so that we can start swapping in some of these new ships. I need to check out Delta. I'll put you here. Put you here. I want to try out. Let's try out Concert Master. I'm going to try Northern Lights. I'm going to cycle through all these eventually and see how they feel. So now I got some new ones to try out. Start with Delta.
Good luck.
Okay, this is the same standard force as the first one we tried out. So I think the weapon loadout's not going to change, but I think this one, what it said was it's got a higher loot max. One of these has 3. Yeah, this one has 3. Oh no, this one's got 2. One of the other ones we have slotted in to try out has 3. And this uses the dispersion wave. Get out of here. I like the spread pattern. It seems useful for being able to hit a lot of things at once. We haven't gotten far enough to see a lot of the bits, but they kind of float around your ship, and depending on the type, they do different things. Okay, let's see if we can nuke the first boss. Oh, okay, I gotta get close when I'm gonna do that. All the shots are just impacting off of the top. Ah. That makes it a little bit more challenging to use. You get close, otherwise all of the spread shots won't hit. Oh, got it. That's what I was trying to do the first time. Okay, so we're getting a little less than 1,000. A handful of the other materials. That's not too bad. I assume those later upgrades are really expensive. Okay. Seems to be working a little better. I like how the upwards and downwards charges run till they hit a target and do kind of concentrated damage. I think we'll keep that instead of switching to blue for now. Yeah, that's blue. guess that'd be somewhat helpful on the boss. It'll clear out all the vines in the upper and lower parts of the boss stage, so I guess we'll just keep this one. Can I scoot by it? Yeah, okay. This blue wouldn't be bad. It bounces off the walls. Alright, so now all I have to do is just avoid all of the seed things as they go. But I like how the projectiles will kind of orbit the room and they'll continue to hit the boss. I should actually make this fight relatively manageable. Pay attention. Maybe not the fastest technique, but it's definitely safe. I wonder if the bosses have time limits. I think in the older games, it did have a time limit for being able to kill the boss. There's two. All right. Oh, that weapon loadout made that fight very easy. Okay, now we're back on the level we were before. Got to the boss. We're doing okay. Gotta get back there. I'll maybe take the blue one for this. Not get absolutely one shot by the laser cannon. Hey, first game over. Okay, let's see. Let's try a new one. Sunday Strike. We've not taken this one out yet. remember what direction everything comes from. Now, is this the one that has the 3 loop max? Nope, doesn't look like it. Oh, is this the shotgun one? I haven't seen this particular type of red shot yet. Wow, it definitely does a lot of damage in a big spread. It's not bad. This is where we ended up before. Oh, I got sniped from behind. A lot of bullets. Oh man, I keep forgetting about those cannons that come in. Looks like the blue shot is a spread, but I couldn't see if they seek targets or not. Okay, let's try this one a couple more times. Every time. I think I was used to starting the checkpoint where that initial wave before the cannons isn't there. But as soon as they come on screen, start hitting with those turrets. Ah. Okay, I haven't even seen this one fully powered up. We'll keep trying out the Sunday Strike. I definitely remember in R-Type Final 1 that when you have to restart from a checkpoint and got nothing, it is easily the most rough, since we're usually right in the thick of things. You have no defenses, and your weaponry sucks. So I just have to get better at navigating stuff till I can get my weapons back. Oh wow, how did that kill me? Between them. Okay, yeah, they do seek. Alright, that's good. So with that checkpoint, let's see if we can improve our weapon a little bit. More homing bullets. And they pierce? Looks like they pierce. That's close. Okay, yeah, that seems pretty useful compared to some of the other weapon loadouts we had. They don't do tons of damage, but at least they seek. To some extent. Ah! Okay, yeah, this is the last checkpoint before we get to the boss. I think I'm gonna stick with the cannon shot. This makes getting through this part a little bit easier. Close. Surprise and a prize. Okay, materials. Okay. Didn't see what killed me. Looks like a blue cannon shot. One of those. Oh, we're right up to the boss too. Yeah. I'd like to beat level 3 on this run so we can unlock the next tier of ships. Ah. Alright. Let's see what Concert Master looks like. It's a bigger ship. I do like the design. Oh, this is the one that has the cannon that stays out there for a bit. Okay. Focus fire. Blue shots fire at an angle. They don't look like they bounce though. But they do look like they hit hard. Or maybe that's the trade-off. Oh, this one has the dropping bombs. Yeah, laser shots are pretty pack a punch. Good to know. To aim a little bit. Yeah, that's not bad. Alright, now come up with the boss. That's right, it does that first. Ah. But it starts us here. Alright. That's our shot to actually hit the boss. Right. Not get greedy though. Let's go over here. Bad. Alright. Seems like a pretty predictable pattern. Just get as high charge as possible, wait till the little weak point comes out and blast it. Watch out for those. Watch out for those. Gotcha. Alright, level 3. That was not that bad. Moving on, finally. Living organisms in the former base. Alright, yeah, we're not kidding. Okay, this is the defensive force, right? Fully upgraded, that's what it looks like. Okay, we saw this one powered up. Let's try the next one on the list. Northern Lights. Alright, still has the Vulcan wave cannon. Can I hit that? What I really need is a vertical shot. Oh, it just goes straight through him. I thought it would stick and do damage over time. Ah. I'm not as impressed with this one's loadout. We'll give it one more shot. You don't want to get boxed in by those things in the ceiling. Whew. Rough. This Vulcan seems to punch. But it does not have a big spread. Okay, I'm going to swap this one out. Not really feeling the Northern Lights. Well, let's go back to the Andromelius. Curious to see how this one's line expands now that we have it unlocked. We go in the hangar. We beat level 3. Nope. Oh. Go in the front. There we go. Surprised it didn't hit me. Full dose too if you need it. Oh, and the red shot's this kind of geometric looking laser. I don't think we've seen that yet. Oh, okay, yeah, you can kill those things but be behind their shield. Seems to be the gimmick for a lot of the enemies here. Ah. Rodless Force's automatic pathing seems to be the way to go here now. But I might just use dose and clear all this out. I will say that the checkpoints, even though it's kind of brutal trying to get through these areas, the checkpoints are pretty generous so far. Seems like every several screens they give me a new spot to restart if I die. That's, again, pretty generous. That figures. Most normal walls don't seem to kill you, but the organic ones, if you run into them, do. Oh, and there's the flexible yellow laser, which I think is driven by movement, not enemy targeting. Let's find out. I'm not a big fan of that particular weapon. That's a good point. Yeah, I think it's driven by movement, not by seeking out targets. But in that particular case, can I just hold on the boss? Oh, until it switches sides. All right. Bad. Careful. Ah. Tried to hit this A spot. I think I was a little too far forward. Alright, that boss doesn't seem that bad. Simple pattern. So far, the bosses don't seem to be the difficult parts. It's navigating the stages, which is funny. R-Type Final 1 was kind of like that, too. I remember some decently difficult bosses in that one as well. Front. Okay. Oh, could have got another power up. That boss was easier than the last one. Giant crystal columns. I think I want to switch out of yellow. Oh, looks like we're underwater. A lot of hazards. And those go straight through my force. These are not bullets. Died in the exact same spot. Okay, let's switch to another one. Delta seemed to do pretty well. I think its weapon loadout was decent. Oh man, wasn't paying attention to underneath. Once we burn all our continues, we'll go back in the museum, see what we can unlock, and then we'll check our time for the session today. Oh, that's right. This is the one that has the first version of the dispersion wave cannon. So find out how useful that is here when there's so many enemies on the screen. Oh. Yeah, that's definitely a risk too. You can run up and basically hug the enemy with the force, but if you move past its protection, you will definitely die. I would take Mariko. The power-ups technically are enemies in that you can't run into them. I think it's the first time I've done that this entire session. Sea spider. Dead sea spider. Oh, this is that spread pattern. Okay. That doesn't seem like it'd be too bad. As long as they can drop the bouncing enemies relatively quickly. No, not so much. Not so much. That is not a very powerful weapon. Okay. Well, didn't get that much further in that level, but we beat 2 more main stages. That's not bad. Let's see what we've unlocked. No, it's password 1. Okay, about this one, R9S 7.1, R9AX. This one we can develop now. Alright, let's see what it is. Delicatessen. Oh, I remember that one. Built to stress test bits and wave cannons in unusual conditions. Oh, this is a new one. Standard Wave Cannon X. I wonder if this is similar to the concussive one. Maybe like a big area of effect. Standard Force H. This is a new one. Has these hexagonal shaped projectiles. Honeycomb structure. That's on brand for me. Okay. Now we're getting spendy. The R9AX2. Dinner Bell. Standard Wave Cannon Double X. Oh, nano machine controlled beam. One of these I remember you could aim. I don't think that's this one. 3 loop max though. The Standard Force H. Okay. Ooh, it branches out down here. Okay, now these I imagine are gonna get expensive. Need to clear stage 7, stage 6, but we can make this one. The Wise Man. Oh, I remember that one too. Has the cool kind of like test tube cockpit. Magnetic wave cannon. Nanomachine wave cannon. Remote guidance control. So I think you could change its trajectory after it fires. Something like that. Okay. R9WBE. Happy Days. Same test tube canopy. Split wave cannon. So like a shrapnel gun. After hitting an enemy, beam splits. Increases the destructive potential of the gun. So the more targets it hits, the more damage it disperses. Okay. R9WZ. Disaster report. Cataclysm wave cannon. Interesting. What if this is the one that goes up and then shoots into a dispersion below? That's what it looks like from the sample image. Okay. And standard force again. Each. Okay. I'm not too worried about burning resources. If I do some more grinding off stream, I'll definitely be able to get more. Sweet memories. That looks kind of funky looking. Illusion wave cannon. What, the Parthenon? It's like a shockwave. I wonder if it has random effects that it'll show. Huh. And standard Force H. Oh, that's what that means. So that means the series is completed. So this branch is done. Okay. 6.2. So that's a branching path. R9E2. This is the Recon Force. Or Recon Wave Cannon. Owl Light. I remember this one too. 3 loop max. This is the one that has the kind of search reticule on it. And camera force. Okay. Sweet Luna. Ray Dome endurance type. 3 loop max. Recon Cannon EX. Camera force 3. Alright. R9ER. Powered silence. Seizure W cannon, huh? So this one doesn't lock on. It's maybe more of a spread type wave cannon. And this one has a spherical ray dome force. That's new. This might be the one where it can basically continuously fire. One of them does that. Okay, that's interesting. R9 ER2. Unchained silence. Oh, it's got a funky looking front. Uses the same seizure cannon. Radome Force DX, so 2 beams instead of 1. And now that series is done. Can we build off Andromalius? Yes, we can. Wow, okay, getting more expensive. RX-10. Albatross. Shockwave cannon. This is the same one the regular Andromalius has, I think. It seems decently effective, but this one has... Oh, Tentacle Force. I remember liking Tentacle Force. So this one has these tentacles that come out from the main force ball. Depending on the color shot type, you can widen or narrow their fire path. So like for the red beam, you can make it shoot like a narrow or like a wide beam for contact. The blue one, you can make it shoot at a higher or lower angle. And the yellow one, you can kind of sweep where it fires. That's kind of a cool force. I like the Tentacle Force. Okay, we need R11S2 for that. And this one costs nothing to develop. Oh, the Bido ones. Apocalypse. Okay, this one has Evil Wave. Shoots a bunch of bugs. Bido-shaped targets. Like a shield? This one uses the Bido Force. Okay. I remember that series, but it doesn't have any upgrades. Okay, anything here? Future World. Remote Garrison Enforcer. Mini burst wave cannon. Like a smaller version of the shockwave. Looks like gallop force. That's new. It's lasers, laser-based weaponry. I like the color. Peacemaker. Lock on, huh? Well, this one probably homes in on a target for sustained, concentrated damage. Could be useful. Gallop force. Tropical Angel. Spinning model, huh? Better version of the lock-on wave cannon. And gallop force. We need R9A4 for that, okay? TXT. Eclipse. Oh, is this the one that changes shape? Let's find out. This one uses upgraded version of the shockwave cannon and tentacle force, okay? Alright, we'll see how far we can go. This probably burn a lot of my materials, but I'll get more. Daedalus, I remember this one. Orbital strike unit. Standard wave cannon prototype. OF force. This is the one. Yeah, okay. We haven't seen this one yet. So that's these kind of bits that change the firing pattern. Alright. OFX2. Valkyrie. Standard wave cannon. 2-loop. Improved version of the OF force. Now the projectiles change. Okay. OF3. Garuda. Same wave cannon. Third generation OF force. Again, different projectiles. Difficult to use, oh boy. Son Goku. Nice. Same cannon. Fourth iteration of the OF force. Oh, and it connects up here to the Mariko. Alright. Or same line. Ooh, it's getting expensive. Kaguya. Same wave cannon. Logically, fifth iteration of the OF force. And that's it for the series. The OnlyFans series. Okay, we'll do a couple more. TW1 Duckbill. I remember this one. Carnival Cannon. Big explosive spread type weapon. Cube Force. Oh, it has those kind of geometric patterns like that other one. TOW2. Yeah, Kiwi Berry. Remember this one? This is the tank. Goliath wave cannon. Oh yeah, this one shoots. It looks like artillery. Interesting. Drill force. Piercing shots. scope duct. Based on the propelled container and little things that hold items, we can unlock that as a ship at some point. I think it's later on. Better version of the carnival cannon. Keep force. Oh, this is. I wonder if it's this one. Yep. Power armor. The thing that gives us our power ups. It uses the Bido cannon. And needle force. Oh, and this one branches in a whole series. Cybernova? Supernova wave cannon. It's like a big area of effect. Needle force. Frogman. Ah, this is the one that was underwater. Bubble cannon. Needle force again. Okay. Branch out down here. Chiron. Oh, this is the one that transforms, I think. One of the ones that transforms. Diffusion test shockwave cannon. Yeah, it's got a humanoid and a fighter form. I wonder... Well, I guess I'll figure it out when I eventually test that one. And shield force. It's another new one. Iason. I think all of them are like these dual type humanoid fighter transformer looking ones. Remember those being pretty cool. Diffusion mini burst, so that has again 2 different types and shield force. There's like a mecha looking model at the bottom. Asclepius. Split mini burst. Shield force. This is the one I think I'm remembering. Yep. Looks like a straight up bipedal mech. Achilles. Standard shockwave cannon. Beam saber force. That's pretty cool. It's short range, but it's this sword looking thing that comes out and it'll start swatting things in front of your ship. Okay, and there's an upgraded version of that one. Alright, so we've definitely unlocked a lot more, almost half of the 99. I think there's more than that since the DLC updates came out. I'm pretty sure there's like 200 ships in this game. But we'll find out. As for what we're going to test, since we unlocked so many, I might just have to run down the line. Maybe we just start from the top. I'll probably look into that album option in the hangar and see how that works. That might make it easier to swap in models. Let's see if I can figure that out now. Album load. Okay, that means we have to make that somewhere. in here. Oh, this is like a information card thing for character, which is kind of cool. They didn't have that in the older games. Shop. I don't know what these tickets do, so we'll find out later. Here we can straight up buy materials, which we won't worry about for now. Oh, just in-game screenshots, stuff like that. Okay. Maybe it is in here somewhere. Yeah, this is just the 12 slots that we have from the hangar, but I don't see the option to create the album. I might have to look that up. It's pilot view. Ah, that's pretty cool. Something else that they didn't do before. Basically, you could walk around and look at all the models. That's neat. Camera's a little low. It's a neat option. Oh, can switch museum background? Oh, interesting. So we can make it kind of like a park. And then that changes, yeah, the view. Huh, that's cool. I'll leave it like that for now. So there's got to be a create album mode somewhere. I'm not going to worry about it today. For now, we'll just slot stuff in here. So next time we'll check out some of these new forces and new ships. We can swap that one out. Okay. So that is a good kind of first look at R-Type Final 2. Next time we will try and make some forward progress. Try and get through the next couple levels. It'll be slow going, but as we go and unlock more things, we can check out how the different ships behave, and maybe I'll settle on a favorite at some point. But what we can do is check out who is online that we can go raid. Oh, Wazi's online. Oh yeah, it is Sunday. She's online now. Okay. Well, we can go head over WWE 2K24. Ah, that was I think that was one of her goal streams. We can go check out and see how the Toxic Cure crew is doing. Let me queue everything up. We'll go check out the antics. So pause this. gonna go to outro. So thanks again for folks who came and stopped by. I know this type of game is not one I stream a lot, and I die very often, but hopefully I'll continue to get better and we'll get to see more. But in the meantime, I need to work on next week's stream schedule, and it'll go up for the end of the day today. But until then, hope everyone has a good rest of your day, and I will catch you folks later. Now let's go see how the wrestling's going.